Hi, welcome to Spec Hunter. This is the new DJI Rs4 Mini. It's small, lightweight, and smarter than before. DJI has taken everything that worked well with the Rs3 Mini and made it even better. It now includes several big upgrades that creators will really appreciate. In this video, we'll break down the Rs4 Mini and highlight all the major improvements. From better balancing and smarter tracking to quick auto locks and easier vertical shooting. This is a gimbal made for fast-paced solo work. Let's check it out. One of the biggest complaints with gimbals has always been the balancing process. It takes time, it needs patience, and it's not always easy to get perfect. DJI has now addressed this with a smart new change. The Rs4 Mini uses a special Teflon coating on the gimbal axes. This makes them smoother. Less friction means easier, more precise adjustments. You can move the arms more freely without sticking or fighting resistance. It's a simple change, but makes a big difference when setting up. There's also a fine-tuning knob built into the mounting plate area. This lets you slide the camera forward and backward in very small amounts. That means you can balance the gimbal faster and with more control. You don't have to keep shifting the entire plate with both hands. Just turn the knob until it's perfect. It feels more refined and gives better results. Once the camera is mounted and balanced, you can start shooting right away. But there's something even better. If you go handheld for a while, you don't have to rebalance the whole setup when you return. That's because the camera sits on a detachable quick-release plate. It comes off easily and returns right to the same position. No need to start from scratch each time. That saves time and effort, especially during a busy shoot. The Rs4 Mini is also strong. It can carry up to 2 kilograms of gear. That's enough for most mirrorless cameras, standard zoom lenses, microphones, and even some lights. You can switch gear as needed without worrying about weight. The motors are strong, and the performance stays stable. It's a powerful tool in a compact size. Another helpful feature is Bluetooth camera control. Once connected, you can start and stop recording without touching the camera. You can also adjust settings right from the gimbal. That keeps your hands focused on the shot. Less fumbling, more creativity. It's a small detail, but it makes a big difference when working solo or on the move. DJI has also added a new joystick mode switch. This lets you quickly toggle between different movement styles. For example, you can activate the dolly zoom effect with one switch, or you can use smooth follow mode for cinematic pans. There's also a new responsive mode that's very fast. When you move your hands, the gimbal responds instantly. This makes it perfect for orbit shots or when your subject is moving quickly. The motor reaction is sharp and immediate. Now let's talk about something very useful for solo shooters. The new Intelligent Tracking Module. This is a separate add-on that works with the Rs4 Mini. When active, it tracks your subject in real time. Just show a 5-finger gesture in front of the module. When the light turns green, it means tracking is locked on. You're ready to move, and the camera will follow your subject automatically. This is a game changer, especially for creators who film alone. You don't need a camera operator, you don't need a spotter. The module watches your subject for you. You can focus on walking, talking, or acting. The camera keeps your subject centered without you touching the controls. Of course, the tracking module is optional. You don't have to use it in every shoot. But when you're shooting solo and need reliable subject tracking, it's incredibly helpful. You can walk backwards without looking at the screen. You can perform more complex movements. The gimbal handles the tracking, and you focus on performance. The module works well even in vertical mode, so if you're making TikToks, Reels, or Shorts, it still keeps the subject centered. That means you can get creative without worrying about framing every second. And because tracking starts with just a hand gesture, you don't even need to touch the gimbal. That keeps the process clean and fast. Some creators also choose to use the optional dual grip. This is an attachment that adds a second handle to the gimbal. It's mostly used for behind-the-scenes filming, but it can also help with comfort. When holding the gimbal for a long time, your arms can get tired. The dual grip helps distribute the weight better. It also gives you more stability when walking or moving fast. It's not required, but it can make long shoots easier. Now let's move to one of the best new features, auto locking. This is something that first appeared in the larger Rs4 gimbal, but now it's here in the Mini, and it's just as useful. When you turn off the Rs4 Mini by holding the power button, the arms automatically fold and lock. This puts the gimbal into storage mode. No more loose arms flapping around in your bag. There's also a quick lock mode. Just tap the power button once, and the arms snap into a neutral position. The gimbal enters sleep mode, ready to be used again with no setup. This is great for short breaks or when moving locations. You don't have to wait for a full reboot. Just wake it up and start again. Auto-locking also makes the gimbal safer to carry. In the past, unlocked arms could move around and pinch your fingers, or they could swing into something and get damaged. Now, everything locks in place neatly. It looks cleaner, feels more professional, and protects your gear. It's a small but smart feature that makes a big difference in real-world use. Another important improvement is the new vertical shooting mode. Vertical content is more important than ever, and DJI knows that. So they made it much easier to switch the RS4 Mini into portrait mode. All it takes is a twist of the quick-release knob. The camera plate slides off, rotates, and snaps back into a vertical position. You can go from horizontal to vertical in seconds. That means you can shoot vertical content for social media without changing your setup. And because of the new balancing system, it's easy to get things stable. Still, for best results, it's always a good idea to rebalance after switching to vertical. But even if you don't, the gimbal handles things surprisingly well. Even in vertical mode, the intelligent tracking module works just fine. Your subject stays centered, whether you're filming in landscape or portrait. This flexibility gives you more options as a creator. You don't have to sacrifice quality for convenience. You get both. Now let's talk about battery life. The RS4 Mini is efficient. On a full charge, it can run for up to 13 hours. That's more than enough for a long shoot. Even if you're switching between scenes or locations, you likely won't run out of power. But if you do, there's more good news. A quick 30-minute charge gives you up to 5 hours of runtime. That's a great backup when you're short on time, and charging is simple. Just plug it in via USB-C and let it charge while you grab a break. You'll be back to shooting before you know it. This is ideal for mobile creators, vloggers, and freelancers who don't always have access to a full charging setup. DJI also gave the 4 Rupees Mini a fresh look. It now comes in a clean white color. It looks modern and stylish. If you like your gear to stand out, this version definitely pops. It's not just a tool, it looks professional in your hand. And for some creators, style matters too. When your setup looks sharp, it gives you extra confidence. The entire gimbal feels well built. The materials are solid. The buttons have a nice click, and everything is laid out in a way that feels natural. If you've used DJI gimbals before, this one will feel familiar. If you haven't, you'll find it easy to learn. The design is user-friendly, and the instructions are clear. From setup to shooting, the RS4 Mini is designed to make your life easier. Whether you're filming product videos, walking shots, cinematic scenes, or social content, it can handle it. The motors are responsive. The features are smart. And the size makes it perfect for people who don't want to carry big rigs. It's also great for travel. The compact size means it fits easily into a backpack or small bag. And with the new auto lock feature, you don't have to worry about parts moving during transport. Just power it down and go. This makes it a great choice for vloggers and run-and-gun filmmakers who shoot in multiple locations. Overall, the RS4 Mini is a big step forward. DJI took what people loved about the RS3 Mini and made everything better. It's smoother, easier to use, and more flexible. The new coating makes balancing less frustrating. The intelligent tracking adds power for solo work. The auto lock makes storage safe and quick. And vertical mode gives you more options. Every feature adds up to a better experience. You spend less time adjusting and more time creating. That's what good gear should do: stay out of the way and help you do your best work. The RS4 Mini does exactly that. If you're a solo shooter, a content creator, or a filmmaker who likes to move fast, this is the tool for you. It's small, smart, and powerful. You'll notice the difference as soon as you start using it. And once you try features like auto lock or tracking, you won't want to go back. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you understand the RS4 Mini better, please give it a like. And don't forget to subscribe to Spec Hunter for more videos like this. Tap the bell icon so you always get the latest updates. We'll see you in the next one.